For example, John, Matthew, Luke,
Okay,
and
one name, but
and Mark,
fair enough.
and
Can you
Mark,
show me where they come to this conclusion?
where they come to a conclusion.
Yeah, where they come to this conclusion.
Said that.
I've already given it quite a few factors.
He said and fair enough. I'm saying he said they've all come to this consensus, or the majority have come to consensus. I don't know where that
let
is.
me ask this question.
I'll tell you what. You know, with regards to the fact that Matthew has written things which why would the other gospel writers not write about something like a dead saints waking up from the graves?
Hashim, how does that relate to whether Matthew wrote it or not?
Okay.
I don't see how that
Can I
does.
just understand the premise? Sorry to jump in.
Okay, the premise here is basically we are talking about the point I'm talking about is that the gospels are not written by the people they are named after.
Your belief is the author of the Gospel of Matthew.
It's not Matthew.
Matthew the disciple.
Yes.
Why do you believe that?
The reason I believe that is because
Why does he believe that?
ask him.
Because it's attributed to Matthew and all the.
Who attributes it to Matthew the disciple?
In all the writings outside the scriptures which are attributing the Gospels of who they are, they attribute it to Matthew. As far as I know, it's never.
So you just believe that attribution, yeah?
You finish it. You finish
it. To someone else.
Okay. Do you believe Mark was a disciple of Jesus?
A direct disciple, no. He was a close companion of Peter.
So he wasn't direct.
He was a close companion of Peter because Mark is often described as the memoirs of Peter.
Right. Would it make sense for Matthew, who was a disciple of Jesus, to take 90% of his words from Mark?
But he doesn't.
He does.
He does. 90%, I think. Hold on. Luke's the longest gospel in terms of word order.
No, I'm not talking about that.
In terms of word length, Luke
I'm not talking about length of words. I'm talking about 60. That's why I said 60%, didn't I? I didn't say 90%. 60% of Luke. Okay. So the question is this: why would?
So you said 90% of Matthew.
Matthew.
Is 28
from Mark.
chapters. Mark is 16 chapters. Mark doesn't have a birth narrative. Matthew does.
Yes.
Matthew has resurrection period.
Yes.
Mark doesn't.
I know.
Where do you get 90%?
I can only quote your people, man. It's not my research. So here's the thing, you see. Hashim give you some pointers about, for example, that according to the majority of Bible scholars, that the authors of the Gospels are anonymous. You're going against that.
Well, no, hold on. I don't accept an argument from authority simply by saying that, because if you go back in history, the majority of scholars would have said something different. So just saying, because...
No, Bible scholars today.
No, I know they say it, but just saying it as an argument, to me, it's not an argument. You have to say why they do it, because you can go back in history and go, scholars at this time said this.
So why does the majority of scholars say the authors of the Gospels are anonymous?
You brought it up, you tell me.
Can I say why?
Go on, man.
Because in that time period, this is why I don't have a problem if Matthew didn't actually write it. Much of it was oral.
No, I agree with that.
So why are you guys getting stuck on...
You talking... Well, sorry.
Sorry, let me just... If he said the words and somebody wrote it, they've given it to him as the writer because he spoke it.
There is a certain truth to that.
Let's bear it in mind for the time period.
All right, no, so what you're saying now is this. No, so what you're saying now...
Like, 10 minutes. We jump into that time.
No.
Maybe a lot of it's oral history.
This neutral
Right now, we can't lie that you were at this meeting in 20 years' time because it's recorded. We can't lie and say, he wasn't at this meeting.
Right. So
22nd of...
No, I can go with that. So what you're saying now is that the author of the Gospel of Matthew may not have been Matthew, yeah?
The writer, no, but the word...
the words.
It's quite possible the words came from...
All right.
So
was Matthew there?
Period,
okay. Was Matthew there at the birth of Jesus?
I have no idea.
Was Matthew there at the birth of Jesus? So it's not his eyewitness testimony, is it? All right. Was Matthew there going to the tomb?
Pardon?
I'm just showing you.
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
All right. Sorry. Matthew wasn't there at the birth, was he, of Jesus?
No.
Okay. And Matthew wasn't there going to the tomb after the apparent crucifixion?
No.
Right. So we know now that these are not Matthew's words, are they? Now,
as a witness.
No, he's not necessarily a witness. No one's claiming that the witness is for everything. Absolutely.
All right.
But if he's recording oral tradition, he's recording what people have said, why does that invalidate it?
All right. I'll tell you why, yeah. Because Matthew...
If he's actually said about the birth of Jesus.
Actually, hold on. Actually, that's a very good point.
Then that's
historians do it.
It's a whole different thing from us actually witnessing who's here and saying this without the cameras.
Historians do it all
See what
the
I mean?
time.
You know, there's a whole different... Right.
Historians do it all the time. They narrate things.
No, but here's a...
So now you have accepted, after Hamza made this point, that Matthew was not the eyewitnesses to the accounts that he has written.
No, you missed it. I said he was not eyewitness to the birth and the resurrection.
No. No, what you've conceded...
So you're saying he was a witness to the rest of it? Not just these two events, is that what you're saying?
But there will be other events he was eyewitness to.
Right.
Okay, so he was basically, actually, you're right, he was a tax collector, not a fisherman. I made a mistake earlier, so I do apologize for that. What I'm saying is that if he was not an eyewitness, yes, then why would he write something?
Because he got it from an eyewitness, from someone who was...
So you don't know who that was, though?
Who was that person?
So that's trust.
Who was that person?
Well, you don't know who that person was.
So if you're not told, how can you assume that?
But that's because that's how...
Well, it's not about 1500.
No, that's not how history. You need to find the source.
No, we need to know.
Sorry, no, just, are you telling me every
Here's my
single
charge against
historian
Matthew.
says, right, this
He
bit
writes
from this
things
historian, this bit from this historian...
that may not have
We
happened.
don't do that.
Actually, the Islamic...
He misquotes the Old Testament.
The science of Hadith
Consistently.
and the Quran, when
He
they were
deliberately-
narrating,
listen to
they
this.
used to have a chain of narration.
He
Unlike,
deliberately-
you see, we can actually point
Go to the Old Testament.
Let me finish it.
Okay.
Takes a verse,
At least we can
changes the
pinpoint people
context,
from whom it was narrated.
brings it back to the
And
New
that's how we can
Testament,
trace it back
and applies
to
it to an incident
Muhammad.
of Jesus'
How
life.
will you trace back your
The
scripture,
author of Matthew is
which you're
deliberately
saying you don't have
manipulating
manuscript
the
for it for the first
text.
100 years?
I'll tell you why.
You do not
hold
know
on.
from whom.
Hold on. We don't
Sorry,
have
I'm messing up the
existing manuscripts. Doesn't mean they weren't written
I didn't
there.
want to get
Well,
into conversation.
right now, I
You
know
know
that
that you've heard
you
the
don't have
story
any
of King
extant
Herod.
manuscripts.
Yeah.
So whether they were written before
Is
or
this
not,
historical?
right now
That
it's
King
a moot
Herod
point.
ordered the
No,
killing of
hold
babies.
on. No, your argument's a mute point.
This is what the
Because
yeah.
your
I haven't
argument-
finished my
No,
argument.
only Matthew
No,
says
You need
this.
to finish. Let me finish.
I'm saying that.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
let
then
me
you
finish.
argue.
No,
Okay,
why
you
does
argue.
I might
Matthew
have a
say
point
this?
that you might have actually missed.
The question.
The point
Did
is
it
this.
really happen?
If you do not
Well,
have
we
the
know Matthew wasn't there.
extant manuscripts,
Right?
If you do not
So
have
Matthew's not recording eyewitness testimony here.
accounts,
He might be
because
recording
obviously
someone
for
else who
100
was
years-
telling him what
Hold
happened.
on, Hashim, you're
Right?
doing two
Now
different
listen.
issues here. You're doing two different issues. But
I know you
And
can.
then
you'll have the time
what
to
Matthew
correct
does,
Okay, which
he
is the
brings a
point of
verse
view.
from
Let me
Hosea,
finish what I'm saying.
where it talks about where
You do
God
not know
says,
the
"I shall
eyewitnesses
call
because
my
obviously
son
you don't
from
have the
Egypt."
names. Okay, I'm not saying there were no eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
Of course, there were eyewitnesses to Jesus.
And in the narrative
Okay?
in the Gospel
so
of
you don't know the
Matthew,
eyewitnesses, you do not
Jesus
have the manuscript
has to
evidence.
flee to
So on what
Egypt
evidence do you
because
base
of this
what Matthew is
Herod's
saying? That is
killing
the
of the
question.
babies.
Now go on, you have a
Right?
chance to correct me.
okay.
Now here's the problem you got.
First of all,
No one else
issue
mentions
about the
this
manuscript.
Herod killing anyone,
Okay, that's an
whether it's biblical or whether it's
red herring.
historical.
We have no.
Why? Why is it red
I'll
herring?
tell you why.
Flavius
Because,
Josephus,
yes, you
who
don't
was
have
writing about the
any-
atrocities of
You
Herod,
don't have the originals of
never
Matthew,
mentions
you don't
this
have those
atrocity.
in the first century, but
Right.
we construct what was written
Right.
in the first century.
So what it comes across as is the author of Matthew
What will you reconstruct it?
has invented
manuscripts we do
a
have.
scenario
None of them are from.
to put Jesus in Egypt
I'm saying
to fulfill a prophecy taken out of context from
How
Hosea.
can you reconstruct something?
Hashim, would you let me finish?
Yeah,
Because
You know,
And there's an underlying thing going on
I
here.
do this sometimes, I agree.
Why does he need to put Jesus in
To be able
Egypt?
to reconstruct what
Why
it
does
said
Jesus
in
have
the
to
first
come out of Egypt?
century. Because
Why does Herod have to be killing the babies?
out to different places.
To mirror
We can take
what happened with
different
Moses.
manuscripts from different places.
So they can now say, because don't forget what's Matthew doing. The author of Matthew is trying to show the Jews Jesus is their Messiah, the one promised of what? Deuteronomy 18:18. So now we have an underlying thing going on here where Jesus is a prophet like
I'll tell you
Moses.
why that doesn't work.
Because as Moses is a baby, they're persecuting the babies. Same with Jesus. As Moses came out of Egypt, so did Jesus.
We need to know the eyewitness
Complete manipulation of the text.
The Hadith
And I can show
came
on many, many occasions the author of the Gospel of Matthew doesn't know the Old Testament and rips the verse, changes the context, or even fabricates a verse and it's not even there. So
it's kind of, that doesn't work as well. And the third thing
Bearing in mind
Hamza, sorry, I think we're having two discussions.
Yeah,
I know, sorry.
Say that to him.
sorry.
Maybe you guys just move.
No, we're done, we're done.
Hamza,
All right.
can you
So you see, okay, I'll tell you what. Forget the Hadith sciences
Allah
because I know it
was
doesn't
one
apply
all
to
over
the
the
Bible.
Bible.
But I was just trying to
Why
make the point
become
that the
three
Hadith,
at time
the science of Hadith,
Yeah, no, they'll
the
start
Quran,
quoting stupidity
pretty
from
solid
the
in
beginning
terms
of
collecting
Genesis.
the evidence from the eyewitnesses
But you understand that point?
and the chain of narration going all the way to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi
And
wasallam. You,
now
on the
here's the
other
problem
hand,
you've got.
okay, cannot do that with Jesus
very
because you
quick,
see,
very
wait.
you're importing.
No,
You're importing a style.
I'm
He's making a mistake.
I'm responding to your point.
It isn't God.
By doing that, you're importing a standard from 800 years.
And if the
I said I'm going to
author
put it
is
aside.
making
I
up
was telling you
events
why I
and
made that
lies,
point.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to put that aside because the science of hadith doesn't apply to the Bible. Yes? Which shows us, which leads us, which still the problem is this. If you're saying that we can reconstruct from the copies, yes, then you need...
Listen, man,
he's writing about...
Use your head 10 minutes.
He's writing about the zombies.
Use your brain, neither.
The original says...
Yes,
those are two separate issues.
No, the original, let's say the original existed at one point. I'm not going to deny that.
Okay,
let's say the original...
So the issue of the manuscript is...
No, wait on.
No, it's very... I'll tell you why it's very relevant. Here's the answer.
Sorry, Chef.
I've got to speak from you though.
I'm here, man. Alright. I don't say anything. I know what you're going to say.